live studio audience, you guys clap, you engage, all that good stuff, right? For the mayors, yeah, we're gonna hold a sign up. So this is a live studio audience. So I want you guys to really give love to the mayors and who are speaking. Yeah. No booze. No, it's huge day. It's a huge day. They love me. They love me. I'm up in the polls. They love me. Oh, I'm live. Good morning, and welcome to Miami Beach for the 2016 Big Ideas for Cities. My name is Clarence Anthony. I'm the CEO and Executive Director of the National League of Cities. The National League of Cities represent 19,000 cities throughout America, small and large, towns, villages, but more importantly, we represent the people that live in cities throughout America. And so today, we're honored to be in this beautiful city, Miami Beach, that's really dealing with the issue that is going to be discussed by 6 mayors here today. And it's big ideas for cities. And it's a big idea around economic resiliency and what's happening in our nation's cities around the economic recovery and how cities are taking the lead in being resilient, innovative, and creative to address the resiliency of cities. We're just excited. And we're also excited to welcome our viewers that are online. We are simulcasting today's event on Facebook, Periscope, as well as YouTube. But it's also neat to be able to have a live studio audience that will give much love to the speakers, as well as you will be able to interact with them yourself as you are listening online. Please like us on Facebook to make sure you continue to see content like today's event. I'd also like to thank our sponsors for this event, Wells Fargo and Utility Service Partners, for their generous support to allow us to bring this great content to our studio audience as well as those that are watching us online. You know, ideas are not of value unless they are shared. And we are just so pleased to be able to share the ideas about big solutions that's happening again in cities all over America through our speakers. We'll be using the hashtag today, Big Ideas for Cities. All right, I'm going to say it one more time because we are a local government audience. Big ideas for cities. So I encourage you to join us in the conversation and share your own big ideas with us here at the National League of Cities so that we can share them with other city leaders and administrators after this big idea session. We are here today to talk about economic resilience in our nation's cities. The Great Recession really hit cities hard, but our cities are resilient and we're bouncing back. Our City Fiscal Condition Survey has shown that nationwide, city revenue has grown for 3 consecutive years, and we are currently at 91% of pre-recession levels. Local governments are adding jobs, and we've seen 15 months of continuous growth in jobs in local governments. The reason that cities are bouncing back and the economy as a whole is rebounding is because cities are the nation's economic engine. Cities are where 80% of Americans live and work and play and raise their families. Cities are constantly competing with each other to do the best and be the best places to raise their families, as well as to grow and help businesses prosper. And city leaders have a huge role to play to make sure there are fertile ground that's available for economic development and growth in our nation's cities. Today, we have 6 outstanding leaders that are mayors that are leading their cities in this time of resilience and creating a future for economic growth, not just for businesses, but again, the people that live in those cities. We at the National League of Cities often say that if citizens are participating in the job creation, the ability to have and create homes for their community as well as their family, they consider that place home. So we want to make sure that economic opportunity is created for everyone that live in cities. And these mayors are doing that. They're doing that through big ideas. They're doing that through being creative. And cities are leading the way. So today, we're going to have an opportunity to hear about some of those things that city leaders are doing, those ideas, those big ideas. And the National League of Cities, along with their corporate partners, are really interested in hearing about the content. But first, I'd like to introduce Commissioner Joy Malakoff, a wonderful leader who has a deep root in Miami Beach. She was born here. She went away. She came back because this is the place that she calls home. And she wanted to share with us a great welcome and some of the things that they're doing in terms of resilience. Let us welcome Commissioner Joy Malakoff.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and welcome to Miami Beach. We've got a beautiful sunny day for the National League of Cities. First of all, I'm representing Mayor Philip Levine and the City Commission. I'm sorry the mayor couldn't be here today. He's very much at the forefront of doing everything that's possible to make cities resilient. And in Miami Beach, resilience is a little different because we have rising sea levels here, unlike some of your cities that are more inland. We're working hard to make our city a center for creative collaboration, a think tank of ideas. In the book, If Mayors Ruled the World, which if you haven't read, I recommend it, Mayor Bloomberg says the difference between my level of government and other levels of government is that action takes place at the city level, which you all know. In the mantra of our mayor, just get it done. We are working to get a lot of things done. We're communicating to our residents through magazines, bilingual magazines in the city of Miami Beach, both about new transportation and sea level rise. I think that you go through the city, if you drive through the city, which I hope you'll stay a few days and look at, you'll see some of our streets are being raised. We're addressing climate change at this local level, finding different solutions for sea level rise and the climate change impacts that we definitely are feeling here along the coast. We're installing pumps, storm pumps, we're raising streets, we're changing building codes, and we're elevating seawalls, making our city more resilient for the future. And this resilience is also part of economic resilience, which Mr. Anthony spoke about. We're also working on public transportation initiatives, including a wireless, modern streetcar system. We already have trolleys running throughout the city, free to our residents and visitors, trying to keep the congestion of cars reduced. There's lots and lots of cars in South Florida, as you all who may have come from the airport noticed. And we're trying to make it more pedestrian friendly, make Miami Beach a walkable city. We're also creating green urban spaces We're working on several new parks in the city. And right now you are in the New World Center. Culture defines the city, and the city is culture. Here we have the wonderful New World Symphony housed in this beautiful building designed by Frank Gehry. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You can tell I'm a great fan of the New World Symphony, but the president, Howard Herring, will be addressing that later today. Besides the symphony, the Miami City Ballet is just around the corner. They're right now appearing at Lincoln Center in New York. And just down the road a little bit is the Bass Art Museum. So culture does define the city. It's very, very important in Miami Beach.